always remember all the method and technique that you all learn, or object of meditation that people teach you to use to develop the meditation. They are just skillful means to anchor the mind, so that this mind does not run. And they are not the real meditation. They are just skillful means to anchor the mind, so that the mind is not heedlessly lost in thought. Then what happens is, a lot of this method, technique, and object of meditation, the instruction that is given to you, they are just a series of instructions to do certain things. If you don't understand what you are doing, you will become gullible, and you just do all those things thinking that that is meditation. But you never ask, what is meditation? And what actually the Buddha teach to develop the meditation? The Buddha teach a lot of essential Dhamma, but when it comes to meditation, the Buddha is very, very focused. What did the Buddha teach you? To establish just one word. What is it? Huh? Just now I went through with you. Dhammapada verse 21, 22, 23. What is the word? Heedfulness. So he say you need only this word, heedfulness. So you never inquire, what are you doing or in the name of meditation? Are they asking you to train yourself in heedfulness? If they don't teach you to develop heedfulness, forget about it. Because this is not the meditation as taught by the Buddha. Especially those methods and techniques that teach you how to focus, concentrate, and do all the jhana and other things. Not to say it's good or bad, nothing to do with good or bad. But if it doesn't lead to heedfulness, it's not the advice of the Buddha. It's not the meditation as taught by the Buddha. And to be heedful, yeah. Heedfulness. And to be heedful, there are two parts. So, to be heedful, you have to be, first, ever mindful. Plus, two, constantly meditative. So this is the most important. Heedfulness, there are two parts to it. Ever mindful, constantly meditative. So mindfulness is most important. If you are not mindful, you cannot be ever mindful. True or not? So first, train your mind to be aware, mindful. So this mindfulness is awareness. Awareness. So awareness or mindfulness. So this English word sometimes is very dangerous. Mindfulness. Means there are two parts in it. Mind in fullness. Correct or not? Mind in fullness. Correct or not? So if your mind is full of thought, is that mindfulness? That is not mindfulness. So mind in fullness means is fully aware without thought. That is mindfulness. The mind that is fully aware, that is mindfulness. So mindfulness is mind that is fully aware. Or in sati. This is mindfulness. And what is sati? Sati is just awareness before the knowing. And sati is equal to awareness before the knowing. That's why you can develop the direct seeing. If you are not aware, if you don't have sati, you cannot see things as they are. Like I explained to some of you down there just now. Yeah? When you have the direct seeing, when you see something, let's say that poster at the back there, to see things as they are means you must be aware of it like a baby, but don't have any words or concept or idea to describe what that thing is. Because the moment you describe, you don't see anymore. Because that word, that concept, create the attachment to what your thought tell you. Let's say this microphone that I spoke on. You try to see this microphone. Do you think you really see? Because the thought will straight away tell you what is this. Microphone, isn't it? So the word is more important than this, isn't it? Where you are not seeing what is all this without words. Means when you are just aware before you label it, the knowing is the perception. When you perceive it, microphone come out. This is no more direct seeing. This is the thought telling you it's a microphone. But when I see this whole thing, there is no word. That's why I can see things as they are, that reality. No word, no description. That is how awareness see. That is how awareness understand. And when you see things as they are, everyone that sees has the same seeing. No different. But when you use thought and concept, you will see it according to your views, opinion, and your conditioning. Do you understand? And you see the concept. You only know the word, microphone. You never see all this. That's why you don't have any understanding of the detail of this. But if I see this as it is, I see the detail without the words. Then I can recollect what I see. Otherwise, I ask you, that microphone, what color? You cannot remember. How does it look like? Sometimes you find it very difficult to draw it out also. Understand? Until you see again, then you realize, wow, you missed so many things. So the direct seeing is so different. So awareness, sati, is awareness before the knowing. The knowing is the perception already. So this one, the concept and the word come out already. The knowing is the perception. So when you perceive something means the words and concept come out already. That's why your mundane mind is very fast, very active. It straight away create the words and the concept. And you are not dealing with reality anymore. The knowledge come in. That's why you can never see things as they are. So, whatever method and technique, you ask yourself that question, why am I doing it? Does it teach me to be mindful? Then I can stabilize it to be ever mindful. Then I'm on the right track. Then after that, I use it to meditate. Constantly meditative means constantly cultivating Noble Eightfold Path. Noble Eightfold Path. So once you understand this, you know what heedfulness is, you will know how to meditate. Then it becomes very easy. So we take for example, the first thing that the Buddha teach the monk is what? Anapanasati, isn't it? So Anapanasati, did the Buddha say focus on the breath? Did the Buddha say focus on the breath? He never say that, isn't it? He said, develop mindfulness on the in and out breath, he said. Anapana is in and out breath. Sati is mindfulness. So mindfulness on the in and out breath. Then why did people say focus on the tip of the nostril? Focus on the feeling, trying to do so many things. Anapanasati is just mindfulness of the in and out breath. When you are mindful of your in and out breath, do you have thought? You don't have thought, isn't it? But when you cannot be mindful of your in and out breath, you will have thought, isn't it? True or not? So, according to the Buddha, our mind is very simple. You are either lost in thought or you are aware. Because you can only do one thing at a time. You agree or not? Either you are thinking, preoccupied with the thought process, that's why you are lost in thought, you are heedless. Or you are aware, fully aware of the moment. When you are aware, before the knowing, how can you think? You can't think, isn't it? There is no concept, no word, isn't it? That's why you must understand. You are either aware in sati, or you are lost in thought. Imply heedless. Means you are not mindful. You are not with the moment. That's why you are heedless. When you are heedless, how can you meditate? You have to meditate with your true mind. And there are two types of mind. Mind. Two types. And what are they? By now you should know that. The first one is, you always use one. What type of mind is that? Your thinking mind, right? You think a lot, right? So the first type is equals your thinking mind. And people also call this the mundane mind. Thinking or mundane mind. And the Buddha called this the conditioned arising mind. Arising mind. Or the dependent originating mind. So these are the various names given. And this one is basically your thought. Basically your thought. Dominated by thought. Then the second type is what? Second type is what type of mind? Your true mind. And what is this true mind? True mind is your silent mind. When there is no thought, when you are not thinking, this is your true mind. And this is also your true nature. But human beings seldom have a chance to be aware of this true mind. Why? Because you think a lot. You are a creature of thought. You are non-stop thinking. Sleep also dream and think. Then how can you be aware of your true mind? The true mind can only arise when thought ceases. When you are completely without thought. Do you know that to be completely without thought, you have to be very aware? The awareness is before the knowing, before the arising of the thought, before the perception. The moment you perceive, you are not silent already. You understand? That's why the meditative mind is your true mind. And this is your meditative mind. And you have to meditate with sati. The mind that is in aware, that is just aware, meditative mind. And this is what meditation is all about. So what happened is, all these people who teach meditation, most of them doesn't have this understanding. And they know one thing. They think a lot. You agree or not? Because when you sit down, a lot of thought, isn't it? Restless, isn't it? And you cannot meditate. Isn't it? So what you do? They ask you to focus, isn't it? Concentrate, fix the mind, understand? And they give you an object of meditation. A method and a technique. So that you focus, you concentrate, you fix it. So that you experience calmness. They say that is meditation. That is not meditation. That is the Hindu meditation, the 40 object of meditation leading to concentration. That's why the jhana got 5 jhanic factors. What are the 5 jhanic factors? Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. What is Vitakka? Apply thought. He said you apply your thought on the meditation. You note, apply the thought there. Then you focus. Then you sustain the thought there. When you do that, what happens? You go into concentration. You kill all the thought cannot move because you fix it there. Then this piti will come. Your mind becomes calm, you experience calmness, you experience joy. But this is a conditioned state. Then when piti comes, if you continue to do that, then it becomes more refined. You experience blissfulness of mind, sukhang. Then after that, they have to hold this mind. Because this mind is full of energy. So what they use is one-pointedness, ekagata. They fix it. They kill all the thought until the thought cannot move. That's why they say, I got no thought. But who say you got no thought? Who tell you got no thought? It's the thought that tell you got no thought, isn't it? So no thought is still a thought, isn't it? Because the thought is been held in one-pointedness. That's why you do that, your mind is not free. You cannot develop the enlightenment. Because you cannot be in the state of heedfulness. You cannot be aware because it's such a concentrated state. And you know what the Buddha said? When you are in that jhanic state, your 5 mental hindrances are all suppressed. You understand? They are suppressed by the energy. They cannot surface. Means you cannot root it out. Then what happens is when they grow old or when they neglect their jhana concentration and training, then suddenly they lose their ability to enter jhana. Like what happened to Devadatta. And he lost his psychic ability, everything. You know what happened during that time? That time the 5 mental hindrances start to surface again. Because it was not rooted out, understand? Then they realize they still can get angry. They can still have sensual desire. Their mind can still be restless. They can still have sloth and torpor. They still have doubt. Because they don't have the wisdom, the awakening. That's why jhana is suppression, control, not a free mind. You cannot awaken with that type of mind. That's why the Buddha, after he learned from Alara and Uddaka, the first 2 teachers, he was expert in jhana. The 2 teachers put him as equal now. He said, I'm not your teacher. You can sit side by side and teach. He said, no, I'm not looking for this. Well, he is searching for a type of enlightenment that can free his mind from birth, old age, sickness, and death. And these 2 jhanic things, he realized, end of the day, he still need to die. But they believe after they die, they take birth in the formless realm. To them, they think this is highest. That's why they choose to have that type of view. So the Buddha left them and developed his own mindfulness training through Anapanasati. Then he stabilized the mindfulness in daily life. Then when he did that, he was able to connect back his past cultivation and training. Then underneath the Bodhi tree, when the conditions all fall into place, he realized Samma Sambuddhahood. Then he started to teach differently. That's why his teaching is all about sati. he never say concentration. The four foundation of mindfulness is all about mindfulness. The samadhi, he never says samajana, understand? He used a different word, samadhi. That's why it's different. And when you do that type of meditation that the Buddha teach, it's completely different. Your mind is still a free mind. The mental hindrances are not suppressed, but you can awaken and root it out, and you realize all these are not real. And there is vipassana, wisdom, understanding, awakening. So all of meditation, always remember, whatever method technique you already have, you don't worry. You don't have to throw away. If you want to do it, you do it with understanding. You tell yourself, I am going to develop mindfulness, sati. Then just stabilize it. I don't want to focus, I don't want to concentrate. If you want to experience that type of joy or that type of spiritual calmness for a while, you want to try it and experience, you go ahead. Then after that, you release the concentration out and maintain silent awareness. Go back to the four support and see what happened. What is the difference? There is a big difference. Because when you do that, you can realize the silent mind. This second type of mind is your meditative mind. If your mind cannot quiet down, silent, and become tranquil, we call it passaddhi enlightenment factor. The mind that is tranquil, completely still, no movement, no thought. That is passaddhi. That is the enlightenment factor. That is your meditative mind. And when that one stabilizes, the mind enters sati. When the mind enters sati, everything you do, your seeing, your hearing, your smell, your taste, your tactile consciousness, or your thought, they are all in sati. You become completely different. That's why when your mind enters sati, your daily mindfulness is like automatic. Everything you do, you are just aware. And throughout the day, you can be aware. That's it. Finish. That's why you become heedful. And you are destined for enlightenment. And it's not difficult. Can be done.